Hello and welcome back to my channel. Long time no see, kind of. Yeah, I posted videos in the meantime, but I haven't actually filmed a video in a bit. This is actually exactly what we're going to talk about today. We're doing a reset video, but instead of doing like a monthly reset video, we're doing something different, and we're going to address all of that in this video. We're going to talk about my habits and goals that I achieved in the last month, and what I plan to do for the future. I kinda did this reset videos for a while now on a monthly basis, but for this one, I decided to do it a little bit differently, and you will see why in a minute. But regardless, I hope you enjoy and you come back for more in the future. I usually start these videos by going over the habit goals of mine, and today will be no different about that. The difference will be that I'm not gonna really mention the numbers because it kinda doesn't really matter anymore. If I had to talk about every single habit individually, this video will be like an hour long, and we don't have that time today. So instead, I'll just tell you that I did pretty good with my habits considering the circumstances. If you remember, I mentioned in my last video that I'm going on a trip last week of May, beginning of June. Except for that week, I did pretty good with my habits. That week, I kinda did not with every single habit, especially my German. That one seems to always be the worst for me. But it makes sense that it would be the worst during the trip. And most other ones are not really the greatest either. So in order to mitigate that, I am coming up with a plan, but we don't have time to talk about it today. I do kinda have an idea to make it into a separate video about habits during the trips. Is it worth it? How you should go about them? You don't really want to bring a huge bullet journal with you probably, so how are you going to track it? If you think that's a good idea, please let me know with a like or a comment so that I know that's actually a good idea or it's just stupid, because otherwise I'll be making it just for myself, I guess, which is also fine. I don't really mind it. Next thing was posting videos to YouTube, and I had a goal to post like 3 videos. I kinda did it, kinda failed. Like, I think I posted the third one on the 1st of June or something like that. Honestly, it was only because of the thumbnail and title. I didn't have the time to make the thumbnail. I thought I would have just enough time to make it during the trip, but I just did not. So I just kinda had to rush when I came back. I honestly don't think it went too bad, but I could have done it before the trip. Next thing was posting on Instagram and Pinterest, and I did that okay. For Pinterest, I did really good. I didn't really start posting at the beginning of the month, so I had like a little bit of a gap, but I don't really mind it because I scheduled almost whole June, maybe even beginning of July, and I will definitely schedule more throughout the month. I kind of got into a habit of doing that, so I think I will just easily continue to do so. But for Instagram, it's kind of not really the greatest. Related to that is the fact that we got our new phones. I mentioned in a couple of my videos that me and my husband are getting new phones in June, and that did happen already. We got new phones, and actually this is filmed on the new phone because I really like the front camera of it. So basically what I did is on my old phone are my Zellopolis account, and on this one are my personal accounts for basically everything. So far I'm gonna leave it like that, and we will see if I'm gonna transfer everything to this one or I'm gonna do a mix of that. So far this is how I decided to go about it, and because of that I did not really post too much for Instagram. I had posts scheduled during my trip, which I'm super proud of because I usually don't do that, but after the trip it took me a bit to kind of catch up. So right now I'm focused on editing the pictures and posting them to kind of catch up and be ready for my July trip, so we will see how that goes. Another goal was start the gym, and I actually did that. We did not do perfectly, we didn't really go too much before the trip, but after the trip, so in June, we are actually doing pretty solid so far. And one more thing was to do June theme on time, and actually in my last video I mentioned that I wanted to do July theme as well, but I forgot that I did not have enough pages in my old bullet journal and I had to get a new one. So I only did the June theme on time, and July is currently in the process because it took a while for me to get a new bullet journal and start the process of making it, but it's pretty much on track for the next month. So what am I doing in the next period? What are my habits? What are my goals? That is what we're going to talk about right now. Usually I do this on a monthly basis, so every month I do this reset video and I make goals for the next month, but this time I kind of want to do a seasonal reset, so this will be my summer reset. I kind of want to cover like half of June, July, August, and maybe half of September. That's what I have in my mind, and the reason for that is because I have a couple of big things coming. I don't think I will have enough time to film too much, and I don't really want to keep filming just the resets just to have them on time and then not really have the time to cover other topics that are not related to this, and I don't think it's really that necessary. For the future, maybe I will continue to do like a seasonal reset, and maybe I will do monthly resets again after the summer, but for summer for this summer, what we're going to do is just have like one seasonal reset with goals for that season. So what are my goals for the summer? Well, we are still doing the habit goals, so I still want to do my bullet journal daily, have fruits and veggies, do my step goal, and learn German. That is still staying the same. I'm just not really gonna count them on a monthly basis for a video, just for myself personally. I still very much want to keep posting on Instagram and Pinterest. Like I mentioned, I don't really know if I'm gonna keep my accounts separate on these two different phones. Right now they are separate and we will see how that works out for a couple months, maybe for the whole summer. And for Pinterest, I'm just gonna keep scheduling them ahead and hopefully that works out as well. For the whole summer, I want to post 6 videos, including this one, and then 5 more different topics. So I feel like that's reasonable considering the fact that we have trip coming, we have other events, including a Taylor Swift concert, and many people mentioned to me that they want like vlog of that. If you're really interested in that, I want to make it, but I honestly don't know what to include in it. So if you want to see it, please let me know down in the comments. Other than that, we have a lot of people coming over, we're going on trips. I mean, it's summer, that's how it goes usually. So 6 videos. Next thing is going to the gym. We still pretty much want to keep going to the gym regularly, except for July because that's when we have the big trip. So of course we're not gonna do gym during the trip. Other than that, I still want to do my July, August and September theme on time. July is basically on the way already. For August and September, some stationery is on the way and I have plans on what I want to do, but we will see if I make them on time actually because of the trip and everything. But that is the goal. Other than that, I want to go on 10 dates with my husband. I don't know if 10 sounds too much for this period, but I'm hoping for the trip there we can go on most of them. And then other than that, we will just go around here somewhere. We already have some ideas what we want to do, so I'm excited for that one. In the summer period, I really want to focus on my mental health and my well-being and just enjoy my life because the last period was really stressful. I was not really in a great headspace recently. I was just dealing with a lot. Work was really hectic and after the trip I was not feeling the greatest. So I really want to take this time to kind of heal and really feel rested and happy about my life. Last thing I want to mention about the next period is the budget, and we're still doing that. In fact, I really want to be careful about spending on the trip. And in fact, I kind of want to do a video about planning my budget for the trip. I don't know if that sounds interesting enough to you. If it does, please let me know down in the comments because I really want to know if that's a video you would like to see. In my head, what I'm thinking about is just I'm going to plan how much to spend on different things during the trip because I don't want to overspend on certain aspects of it. So if that sounds like something you want to see, please let me know down in the comments. And I still want to be careful about spending when people are over because I know when that happens, me and my husband really want to treat our friends. That can get really overboard if we are not careful. Not saying that we don't want to treat them anymore, I'm just saying that I want to keep in mind how much we are spending because it's not just one person, it's a couple of people and it can go overboard really fast, so just to be careful. So I think actually that's it about this next period. I'm really hopeful it will go really good. I'm really looking forward to it, especially the trip and then the Taylor Swift concert. I think we covered everything for the next period, so we'll see how it goes in my next reset video, which will probably be in September. And in the meantime, you can see the videos maybe on the topics I mentioned, maybe some other topics if you don't really like those, but I'm really hoping to see you again in at least one of those videos. Until then, bye bye!